How you doing? I'm Sean from Gulf Coast Runners. I do the timing for Gulf Coast Runner events. Just for people that might be curious what's involved with timing a race, I'm covering the things that I do after the race is over, the post-race duties that need to be performed to get everything up and going on the Gulf Coast Runners website and to prepare for the next race. So let me show you a couple things. Of course, the first thing I have to do is bring all the equipment inside. Sometimes because of the temperatures and the humidity, because we run our races early in the morning, the timing mats you guys run over will be damp, so they will come out here and air out for a good portion of the day after a race. After the race, I also have to charge back up the timing box that's used to capture times at the finish, so that's what we're doing here. And here are the various containers that contain equipment and supplies that we use for every race to maintain things. Over here is one of our race laptops and also chips. After each race, even though we have volunteers that will put the chips back in order, I go back through them again just to make sure that we're not missing any chips. Those of you that might have inadvertently kept a chip or had a chip left on your shoe after a race may have gotten an email from me at some point saying, hey, send me your chip back. And this is the way that I figure out if I'm missing any chips or not. And once this is done, everything gets packed back up and put in the containers and stored for the next race. Another part of this chip counting process is if I get a report from somebody that they did not get a time at the end of a race, I will go back, I make a note of that, and I will go back and check their chip. And the way I do that is using this reader here. Basically, if I take the chip and hold it on this reader and you hear beeping, that means that the chip is still functional. These chips generally are very reliable. We've had a few die once in a while, but I'd say over the 4 years that we've had the system, we've had less than 10 chips fail, so it's usually very, very reliable. One of the bedrooms in my house has been sort of taken over as a timing equipment storage room. Here you'll see the various pieces of race equipment that we use, timing mats in the closet, laptops up here, as well as some additional chips. You may recognize those lamps, the fluorescent lamps that we use on the race day mornings. And here's some various supplies, including the bib chips that we're going to be using for the 2013 Naples Daily News Half Marathon, as well as the bibs themselves. So, as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff that goes into a race, a lot of equipment involved, and this is where it all lives. After the race, I have to go into our website, the Gulf Coast Runners website, and update the webpage, as well as upload the results. I also transfer the timing results from the laptop to my local network and process them here on my computer, like that. And if everything goes as planned, you wind up with updated results on the Gulf Coast Runners website. So in case you were curious, that's what I do after a race. Maybe sometime I'll cover what I do before a race. Maybe not. And as always, thank you for supporting Gulf Coast Runners.